Shellfish. Shellfish, yes.
Yes,
Everyone,
where's Patrick?
everyone hold someone.
Alright, everybody's
There's
holding
Patrick.
someone. Yeah, yes, good.
He's very excited.
That's so
Yes,
excited for
oh.
this.
Oi.
This is abusive. Abuse. I'm getting some.
Oh, didn't see you there.
Ah,
You were just
it's
being
so weird. Attack.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi, artful friends.
We decided that we wanted to do a up-to-date Q&A video because there have been a lot of frequently asked questions that we get all the time. So either called frequently asked, FAQ, and then we also asked on Instagram for some questions. We can't get to all of them because there was a lot. You guys are awesome. There was a lot, but we'll answer as many as we can.
Yes,
Let's get started.
Yeah, way too much.
I
fun
love
with that llama.
What do your names stand for? Like, why do we go by nicknames? K-E, Rabbit, K-W.
On the internet, anytime you are posting things publicly, it's actually a really good idea to go by some kind of alias. It's never that we don't trust you guys, the viewers, with our real names. It's actually a lot because these YouTube videos are public, and any, creeper with a Google search could take our real names and possibly try and find us in real life. And that's kind of a dangerous thing that could really happen and has happened to some people who have their names out there on the internet. So to be cautious, we decided to go by aliases, and that's absolutely nothing against you guys, but we chose the 2-letter aliases to start with because they were a Homestuck reference. We thought it would be really cool to kind of have it be kind of like our chum handles, where it's just a 2-letter, name or alias that we go by. It's kind of like Artful Impersonator was also inspired by a chum handle. And then
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It's set up like a chum handle.
Welcome to our channel, Rabbit.
I knew about the initials, but I didn't know about Artful Impersonator was meant to be a chum handle.
Yep.
I thought you were just that was just a name you had on your.
That's why it's not capitalized and capitalized. Really weird. It's not just because I suck at capitalization, even though
The more you know. I learn something every day.
Yay!
Well, Rabbit, why do you go by Rabbit?
I like bunnies.
That works.
Why is this fucking funny? I like bunnies.
When we invited her to do videos on the channel, we were like, "What would you like to go by?" She's like, "I don't know, Rabbit."
I have a rabbit. I want to be Rabbit.
Well, it's my Tumblr name is RabbitXYX, and so I was just like,
You could just be Rabbit.
Rabbit it is.
I like bunnies a lot.
What are your pronouns? Starting with K and going this way.
Going this way.
I consider myself agender, and any and all pronouns are perfectly acceptable for me.
Anything.
She, her, they, them, he, his. I don't really care. I don't identify or disassociate with any of them. They all work for me.
Cute.
Cute. Oh, she, her.
Okay. And he, him. He's the odd one now.
I know.
No, it's fine. What do you use for troll paint and for Sapphire and Ruby?
We use Maron almost exclusively for our skin paint for full coverage. It is a grease-based paint. It's an oil-based paint that's used for theatrics. It is a little difficult to remove.
It's mean to the skin, so take care of your skin afterward.
You can buy it online. It is sealed with talcum-based baby powder. And you just kind of have to do a search for Maron color cups are the type that we use. and they are available on a lot of different websites. You just want to kind of search for the website that's the cheapest. There are a few stores that carry them. I don't know which ones in your area would or wouldn't, so the best bet is to just look it up online.
Also, don't use cornstarch, like baby powder with cornstarch. You'll make a cake on your face. Just a little pro tip.
Oil and cornstarch.
I've done that.
Tiny cake.
Cornstarch is not a good idea. Where do you get your costumes?
Our costumes are a mixture of purchased items, secondhand items, and handmade things, modifications. We basically, any means that gets the best final result is what we go with. We go thrifting, we buy patterns and make things from scratch. We purchase pre-made pieces online for things like sports uniforms that are really difficult to make, and sometimes they're easier to just like $20. It's easy to put together. We just, whatever we think is going to come out with the best result or the closest result to what we wanted the cosplay to look like.
Generally, making them.
Yeah.
How do you guys make your horns?
Most of our horns were made with polymer clay, which is a bakeable. Sculpey is usually the most common. Female also works. They're a solid color base, baked, attached to a headband, and then painted. They do come out reasonably heavier than the Model Magic horns or some of the other lighter forms of doing horns. It's just what we chose to do. We liked the way they looked with our wigs best. There's no right or wrong way to make Homestuck horns.
Where do you get your wigs?
God.
All over
All
the world.
over the place.
A lot of them are purchased on websites like Amazon or eBay, and you really just want to look at the reviews of the wig you're looking at, possibly buying. See if there's pictures from people that have already purchased it. See if it's got good reviews. If it's got terrible reviews, you probably don't want to buy it. Do your research on that specific wig and pray when it's on its way.
Praying is really good.
Pray to the gods of cosplay.
Really
Like tears sometimes make a great
to me,
sacrifice.
gods of the cosplay world, please bring down your mercy.
Pretty much. You
Please let the color have actually been accurate on my screen versus real life.
One piece of advice I give is if you think you're going to spend, you know, roughly $30 to $50 on the wig anyway, sometimes it is easiest if you're going to a lot of conventions before you have to do the cosplay, to go and see if they have a wig booth and touch and feel a wig and stuff. If you really are particular about the fibers and stuff, it can help a little bit than ordering the less expensive ones that are a 50-50 risk.
How many members does this group have?
As many friends as will make videos with us. We're kind
you
of
want to make a video? Let's make
pretty
a
much whenever we have everybody get a cosplay together and we're like, hey, do you want to make a video with us? We don't have a specific group role or membership. Everybody is allowed to come and go as they please.
How old are you guys? All of us are in our 20s.
Yep.
Over 21.
Y'all,
Yes.
over 21. You need to say that because some people recently like to get a little buzzed and make fun videos.
That
Thank you
was
for
fun.
That was funny.
We're legally allowed to do that.
It made me very
We don't do
happy.
it all the time either.
Yeah, no, we're
They
not
don't.
by no means
At
party
all.
much.
I don't drink. They don't very often.
Doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot.
We had what, 2 drinks when
It
that
was
video
just
was
Just
two.
drinks
made?
each,
Yeah.
and you guys
Yeah.
had the weak shit.
Yeah.
And you guys
We
were
hadn't even gone to the bar yet.
little dorks.
Good times.
Do you still have a PO Box? We don't know. As far as that one goes, we're not really sure. We have been trying to get in contact with KR. She's, as you can tell, been very busy and not in the picture. And so she had the key and the only knowledge of the location of the actual PO Box. And so we can't get into it, but we haven't been able to really talk to her or anything. We've tried, but
For the time
for
being.
the time being, no, and we're very sorry to anybody who has sent things. We do appreciate it very much. We're trying very hard to locate those items, and we just are very thankful to you all.
If you've drawn something that you wanted to send and are disappointed because you can't send it to the PO Box right now, We love when you take pictures of your art
Yes.
and submit them through Tumblr or tag us on Instagram of them. We're more than happy to see them and look at them and fawn over them and cry a little bit because we're honored to have these kinds of
Cry a
things.
lot.
This one cries a whole lot when there are pictures.
So
I scream.
Yes.
it's just as valid
Yeah.
to take a picture of it and send it to us as it would be to actually mail it to us. It means just as much to us that you even took the time to draw some things.
Yes,
So.
because by no means are you obligated to. Like,
Right,
you don't have
absolutely.
to. We are very appreciative when you do. What cons are you guys attending? That's one that we get asked. Are you going to my con? Are you going to be able to go to this con? Cons, every state has at least like 2 now. And as much as I would love to say we could make it to that many cons, that would be great. But unfortunately, we're poor people. Very poor. Very,
Struggling over
very
here.
poor.
Broke.
Very, very poor. So making it to every single con is not a possibility. We do like to keep you all informed as much as we possibly can, closer to the date of the con that we will be attending. We don't like to do it way in advance of, we're going to go to this con, and then something might come up, happen, finances are a problem, rent is more important than con. So we like to keep it a lot closer to the actual date. But we will keep you informed on Tumblr, Twitter, we now have an Instagram, and in the vlogs.
We always announce when we are going to a con. And we
will
try
not keep you
to
in the
constantly live tweet when we're at the con. Our Twitter is where we put the most of what's going on actively, what cosplays we're coming down from the hotel room in, and stuff like that. So if you haven't followed the Twitter, the link will be in the description below, and that's where you're going to get the best con updates.
Yes. And the most frequently asked question that I put on here is, can you make this video? This being like a blank of, can you make this type of video? We get asked every day, multiple times, to make different videos, day in the life of videos, just different little skit and comedy videos. And we would love to make as many videos as humanly possible, but we do have busy lives. Cosplay is a side thing, it's a hobby. It's not our entire lives by any means. I know in the vlogs it looks like that's all our lives consist of.
That's because we don't film ourselves doing boring things like working and sleeping and cleaning the house.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into our lives more than just cosplay. And also, as far as Katie and I go, we live in an apartment complex, a very tiny apartment complex. And filming is sometimes very, very, very difficult to do in a small apartment complex with very loud neighbors. Recently, while I was filming a Dave video, our neighbors decided to move in that day directly below us. In the middle of me filming, like they hadn't been there all day, in the middle of my filming, they came and they slammed their truck right into the building, like they hit the wall, and they were screaming and yelling and saying profanities to each other that I had to stop filming for a bit. And I don't show those things, but that is things that just go into filming. That's why we can't make every single video in the entire world.
There's also the matter of some of our cosplays are in need of repair or in need of washes. We don't actually own a washing machine, so sometimes we have to stave off doing certain videos until we can wash the troll paint out of a shirt from con, or repaint things, or completely restitch an entire costume that got demolished. And so those do take a lot of time, and it takes a while to get around to making some of these videos.
But we definitely are thankful that you guys want videos from us, and we do appreciate that very, very much. It's just repairs need to happen, and finding locations for filming need to happen. And now on to Instagram questions.
What are you doing?
Jazz hands.
When in
sorry
doubt,
about my
jazz hands or twerk it out.
phone ring.
That's chill. Phones can ring.
Bap, bap, bap.
Popular.
My house is so popular. It's probably a telemarketer.
Probably. They always call during dinner time. Sorry, 90s reference.
I was an adventurer like yourself once until I took a llama to the eye.
How do you recommend to start with a cosplay when you have a small budget? Rabbit, you got something to say about that?
My life. It's a small budget.
Very much.
Thrifting for things.
Thrifting for base pieces. See what
Thrifting
you
like
can get
crazy.
as cheap as possible. Dollar storesing accessories and stuff, makeups and stuff like that.
Yep.
And just shop as cheap as possible. Don't just... The first site isn't the only site that's going to have that. So look around, shop around a whole lot online, try to find who has the cheapest before you buy it.
Craft stores too, they have really good coupons. Like
Yes.
Hobby Lobby, if you just go, I don't know how many Hobby Lobbies are out there. We just have a lot here, but I don't know if it's like a nationwide thing. Or if it's like a certain state.
I just, every time I'm in a craft store buying
Every
stuff,
time.
I Google such and such craft store coupon.
Yeah.
And if it has a coupon that's frequently used, it'll be like the first result.
Yeah.
And I will totally use that coupon.
Be
Fabric
like
stores,
certain
too.
fabric store or craft store coupon, and it'll pull it up for you. And some of them can be like 50% off, 40% off.
Some of them are really
Always go
great
there.
deals, and we highly recommend couponing.
Coupon.
As poor people,
Coupon
we
your life
love
away.
the coupons. What other cosplays do we have to look forward to for the future? Dun dun dun, into the future.
I would gonna caution that some of these may or may not happen because they're still in progress, which means there's always the opportunity for something to fail spectacularly. But I say that as the person that
the
makes
story of our lives.
I make a lot of the costumes, so I'm like tentative to say yes, we're doing this one because I don't have everything for everybody. We are working on some Death Note, some Number 6, some Starfighter, some... Gosh, what else have we got in the lineup? Too much Haikyuu.
Sports!
Lots of sports. We're doing lots of sports.
So many sports.
These two.
I didn't
are
want
the
to become
sports
this
trash.
monster.
I like the sports
I feel
animes.
sorry.
No, we're in hell together.
Sports.
Some, yeah. Getting back and repairing some of the Homestucks that have taken damage over the years. That's on the schedule too.
God.
I have so much damage to my Homestuck cosplays.
Homestucks are destroyed, okay? Like, our Homestuck cosplays are sad right
Yeah.
now. Very
we took them to so many.
sad.
We took them to so many cons and we had so much fun with so many people, but that does result in damage to your cosplays. So there are a lot of repairs in the future.
Don't
So,
forget about that.
They need to be repaired before they can come back. Also, Roxy doesn't have a wig anymore, thanks to Shizuo.
You said you were buying a new one.
I want to. Budget. Like, money.
You
My
should look at
bad.
those coupons.
I need to look at those coupons for a wig.
Max.
The camera died. Give me Patrick.
You have the alpaca. Good lord.
How much time do you spend on your cosplays?
Now, is this how much time we spend actually working on the cosplays, or is this how much time we spend thinking about sobbing over, whining to our friends, and getting snacks while the cosplay sits out in the open?
Or waiting until the very night before con to finish
Like-
some pans?
For time limit, like 14 hours before con, yeah. You should always do that. Always wait till the very last minute.
And then
If
call
you
your
want to
friends
take
crying.
yourself.
to
I wasn't
make some
crying. I was
Naruto
just
pants.
like, LOL, these pants I don't know how to make.
Naruto's the only cosplay I'm doing to this con, yet I haven't finished the pants, so...
You offered. You're like, do you need help? I was like,
Yeah.
It was a really old pattern. To be fair,
To be fair, it was
It
from
was
like
from the
1970.
1980s.
No, that was earlier. Those were 70s pants.
Yeah, those
those
were
were that 70s show level of like, I don't know what grandma terminology was going on.
It was
in
like
that.
some
It
really
made no sense.
old pattern, and I was like, these
Yeah.
instructions, I don't know.
Then me, it takes me forever to actually get around to wanting to work on the actual stuff that I have. because I do a lot of research, like a lot of research, and then I spend 8 or more hours straight until the product is done, and I don't like myself. And
Yeah,
I'm
you
a
don't take
perfectionist.
breaks.
Yeah, I don't take breaks. Like,
He
you
waits for
gotta
it to get
tell me to
started, but you
go
don't take
pee.
breaks.
You have to remind me. Go to the bathroom, buddy. Drink some water.
What it comes down to is everybody has their own style of how they work best or sometimes work worst, and we all just kind of work the way that we work with cosplays.
Yeah. Most of the time it's not last minute. Try to not last minute.
We've
I
been
do a
up
lot
her
of
butt
last
to
minute.
not last minute things anymore.
I'm an Olympic sports winner at procrastinating. I've won 10 years in a row.
What is your favorite cosplay that you have done so far?
Mine is still probably Gamzee. Like, that's one that was an all-time fave and will probably never not be an all-time fave.
What?
Why?
Why? I asked myself the same question. Next.
Oh.
You guys don't want a 4-hour explanation as to why I like Gamzee, do you?
No. Trying to think. It's probably Aikawa. I'm sorry. It's Aikawa right now. The end.
I've really liked being Matuna, even though I blow out my voice every single time. I also have recently really liked being Juzo from Ri.
Yeah.
Really liked being
Fuck yeah.
Juzo. Is it okay if I draw y'all? Yes. You may
By
draw.
all means.
Yeah.
Please don't draw us doing anything scary like dying or, stuff like that.
Yes, please don't.
But if it's nice stuff, we love it to be drawn. I actually cry when I'm drawn. I'm like,
Oh, this was a really good one. How long have you been cosplaying? And what was your first cosplay? We will put babies. We will put babies.
I started
Butt
later than you
babies.
guys.
What?
But babies? Are we talking about fan
I'm
fiction
so
now?
sorry, I thought about it too.
What fanfictions are you reading?
That Harry Potter one that, like, all grandparents found out about. Anyway.
The impreg ones?
Butt babies.
Are you gonna have a butt baby?
His name is Patrick.
I love her.
Alright. When did you start?
I did my first cosplay when I was 15, but it wasn't from a specific show. It was just stuff I put together that looked anime-ish.
No.
And I think it was 16 that I did my first actual from a show, and then I didn't really do any for a long time. I started cosplaying seriously after 20 or so.
You were 22.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I think. Was I 16? Because the first time.
No,
I
you were
met-
younger than 16.
Was I?
Yes.
That's
Cause
You
my
were
first-
like 14.
Maybe that's
You
right.
were 14 when I met you.
God, you're making me feel old.
Yeah, you were like 14 or 15 when I met you.
Shit.
And then I watched you learn to drive. That's how I know you
You
were
do.
16.
You did. I think I was around 14, and my first one was Romano from Hitalia.
It was like
God.
so adorable.
Hitalia days.
I was, when I first started, I think I was 14 or 15 as well. And I started as Rutska from Loveless. And I really loved being him.
You still cosplay him.
Yes, I do. Because I love him. That show will always be a part of my life. What is your favorite ship?
How?
Iwa Oi.
Whoa.
Like your OTP.
Like
Iwa Oi.
current favorite or like all-time favorite? Because I can't do an all-time favorite.
You can't do an all-time favorite?
No, because like
Yeah.
when I'm obsessed with it, it is my all-time favorite, and then it goes into the archive of faves.
Yeah.
And I have so many in the archive of faves that are equally important, but I'm not obsessing on at the moment.
We're definitely multi-shippers. Like,
Yeah.
we don't...
Yes.
I have trouble discriminating against ships.
I have trouble
Like-
differentiating between shows too, because like if you ask me my favorite ship in a specific show or series, I'm like, yes, this one. But if you want me to compare like my Tokyo Ghoul ships and OTPs to like my Hayeki ones, I'm just like,
Okay, so should we go down the line then?
Do you want to be
Homestuck?
here all day?
yeah, I
Well,
could talk
just-
about shipping all
just
day.
you- be here all day?
Just a Homestuck at least.
Oh, just the Homestuck.
Just
Because
the
there's only like
Homestuck.
5 characters in Homestuck.
Yeah, there's some.
Take it away.
Which quadrant?
Oh shit.
Yeah! Why would you say Homestuck?
Which quadrant?
Well, okay, this
how many
person-
characters am I allowed?
This person also asked if we ship Dave John.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes. So
Again with a character limit question because I shipped that as an OT3 Dave John Cat, so
yeah.
Then there's like OT4s.
Yeah, we like the poly thing a whole lot.
we just
Not that we are poly, that's been asked.
I think
before.
I think our answer to the
We're
shipping
not
question
married?
should be yes.
Oh
naked?
shit.
We're not married though.
I think
we're oh.
what is our
I just
OTP?
broke your heart. Just broke your
I'm
Question.
trying to make a tear come out of my eye right now. It's not working.
I think we should just answer the OTP question with yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, TP. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So since we talked about the poly question,
Well, yeah.
we should probably
Address
Say
the
something
elephant
about
in the room.
we are not in a polyamorous relationship, but we both do love Rabbit.
Yes.
I think
Rabbit
there
the
is
best.
something to
I've
be
known
said.
Rabbit forever.
I think there's something to be said for loving somebody very dearly, whether or not you're in a romantic relationship with them. You could,
Yes.
you could.
I agree.
Just, I don't know. But yeah, we are what we are. We're a little bit
dancers
married.
or are we human? Are we poly? Are we? I don't know.
We're a little bit married.
Alright, what do you think of Homestuck 2.0?
God.
It never ends.
It never ends. This is a song that never ends. How much do you like Steven Universe?
I like Steven Universe a lot. The show has a lot of merit, and I think a lot of things that are really important for modern day kids to be seeing and enjoying.
I like it. I have to stretch my.
Stretch your leg out.
There's not a lot to stretch because I'm not tall.
I like how we've steadily gotten more snuggly throughout this video.
This is a comfortable bed.
So I think that is all the questions that we have time for today, and I think we got through all of the frequently
Hey, you forgot the
asked.
really one important, super important question that we got in Tumblr inbox. Do you remember that one?
We get a lot.
Yeah, the really important one.
We get so many asks
There was one
on
viewer.
Tumblr.
There was a viewer that asked us who has the worst gas.
What?
Do we have to
What?
answer?
Who asks these things?
Which one of you has the worst gas? I'm
That's
going
such
to
a
say
Good question.
He-hey.
He-hey.
Our dog has the worst
He
gas.
has the worst gas.
He can clear the room. I'm sorry. That dog.
That dog
He
is
may be
beautiful
cute.
and he's adorable, but man, what comes out of him is not.
So with that closing remark,
Yeah, we get asked a whole lot of questions every single day. We try to answer as many as we possibly can on Tumblr. We do have an FAQ posted on our Tumblr that basically we just answered all of those, but if you need to refer back to them. But we are very, very thankful to you all, and we appreciate that you all still watch our channel.
thank you.
And this channel has definitely grown a lot bigger than we ever thought that it would, but we are appreciative to every single one of you.
You guys are great. Thank you guys so
Awesome.
much.
Stay strong, enjoy your cosplays. We believe in you.